November skies offer a celestial theater unlike any other month of the year. As Earth continues its eternal journey around the sun, we find ourselves positioned to witness cosmic events that have captivated human imagination for millennia. The crisp autumn air and longer nights create perfect conditions for stargazing in the northern hemisphere, while spring brings clearing skies to the southern lands. The month begins with the remnants of October's Leonid meteor shower still visible in the early morning hours. These meteors, fragments of the famous Halley's Comet, streak across our atmosphere at speeds reaching 66 kilometers per second. Each flash of light represents a tiny piece of cosmic debris, some no larger than a grain of sand, meeting its end in a final blaze of glory as it encounters our protective atmospheric shield. But November's true meteor spectacle awaits mid-month with the arrival of the Leonids, born from the debris trail of Comet Tempel-Tuttle. These meteors appear to radiate from the constellation Leo, while most years produce a modest showing of about 15 meteors per hour. The Leonids are known for occasional storms that transform the night into a celestial light show. The most recent major storm occurred in 2001, when thousands of meteors per hour rained down upon Earth. This year, while not expected to reach storm levels, the Leonids peak on November 17th, offering viewers a chance to witness nature's own fireworks display. The Moon, our closest celestial companion, undergoes its monthly transformation throughout November. The new moon on November 4th provides ideal dark skies for deep space observation. As the lunar disk gradually fills with light, observers can witness the dramatic shadows along the terminator, the line dividing lunar day and night, where crater rims and mountain peaks cast long shadows across the ancient surface. By mid-month, the waxen gibbous moon reveals the full extent of the lunar Maria, those vast dark plains once mistaken for seas by early astronomers. These basaltic floodplains, formed by ancient volcanic eruptions billions of years ago, tell the story of a once geologically active world, now frozen in time. The full moon arrives on November 19th, illuminating the night with its silver glow and washing out fainter celestial objects with its brightness. Perhaps the most anticipated planetary event this November is the opposition of Mars. When a planet reaches opposition, it stands directly opposite the sun in Earth's sky, rising as the sun sets and remaining visible throughout the night. Mars reaches this favorable viewing position on November 7th, appearing as a bright reddish star in the eastern evening sky. During opposition, Mars comes closer to Earth than at any other time in its orbital cycle, allowing telescopes to reveal surface features like the white polar caps and dark regions once thought to be vegetation. The red planet's distinctive color comes from iron oxide rust covering much of its surface. This rusty world, once possibly habitable, now stands as a testament to how planetary evolution can take dramatically different paths. What secrets might Mars still hold beneath its dusty surface? The question lingers in the minds of astronomers and space enthusiasts alike as they turn their gaze toward this neighboring world. As November progresses, the ancient patterns of the winter constellations begin their annual return to prominence. Orion, the hunter, rises earlier each night, his distinctive belt pointing the way to Sirius, the brightest star in our night sky. These familiar stellar landmarks have guided humans for countless generations, connecting us to our ancestors who looked up with the same wonder we feel today. The second week of November brings one of the year's most reliable meteor showers, the Northern Taurids. Unlike the brief, intense peaks of other meteor showers, the Taurids spread their activity over several weeks, with a broad maximum centered around November 12th. What these meteors lack in numbers, typically producing only about 5 meteors per hour, they compensate for in brightness and spectacle. Taurid meteors are often slow-moving fireballs that can create stunning displays as they burn through our atmosphere. The Taurids originate from debris left by Comet Encke, which has the shortest orbital period of any known comet at just 3.3 years. This frequent visitor to the inner solar system has deposited a wide stream of dust and small rocks along its path, creating not one but 2 meteor showers, the Northern and Southern Taurids. When Earth passes through this debris field, the particles enter our atmosphere at relatively slow speeds of about 27 kilometers per second, allowing for longer, more dramatic burning displays. November also offers excellent opportunities to observe the outer gas giants. Uranus, though technically visible to the naked eye under perfect conditions, is best viewed through binoculars or a small telescope. This November, Uranus appears as a tiny blue-green disk in the constellation Aries. The planet's unusual color comes from methane in its atmosphere, which absorbs red light and reflects blue-green wavelengths back to our eyes. Neptune, the most distant major planet in our solar system, requires optical aid to view. Found in Aquarius this month, Neptune appears as a tiny blue dot through most amateur telescopes. Despite its great distance, about 4.3 billion kilometers from Earth, this ice giant holds fascinating secrets, including some of the strongest winds in the solar system, reaching speeds of 100 kilometers per hour. For early risers, November offers a special treat as Venus blazes brilliantly in the pre-dawn eastern sky. Often called the morning star when in this position, Venus outshines every other celestial object except the sun and moon. Through a telescope, Venus reveals its face similar to our moon's phases, as it orbits closer to the sun than Earth. This November, Venus appears as a waning crescent, growing thinner but larger in apparent size as the month progresses. Saturn and Jupiter continue their evening appearance in November skies. Visible from sunset until late evening, Saturn's magnificent ring system remains a breathtaking sight through even modest telescopes, while Jupiter's cloud bands and for largest moons can be observed, changing position night after night. The dance of Jupiter's Galilean moons Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto provides a miniature model of a solar system in motion, visible in real time through binoculars or telescopes. November 23rd marks a special alignment as the crescent moon passes near Jupiter in the evening sky. This conjunction creates a striking visual pairing, with the delicate lunar crescent positioned near the brilliant planet. Such alignments remind us of the constant motion in our solar system, as objects orbit at different speeds and distances from the sun. The night sky in November also reveals the Great Square of Pegasus high overhead for Northern Hemisphere observers. This distinctive asterism, a pattern of stars that is not a formal constellation, serves as a signpost to other celestial treasures. Following the square's eastern side leads to the Andromeda Galaxy, the nearest major galaxy to our Milky Way and the most distant object visible to the naked eye. From dark sites, at 2.5 million light-years away, the light we see from Andromeda began its journey toward Earth long before humans walked the planet. This spiral galaxy, larger than our own Milky Way, appears as a faint smudge to unaided eyes, but reveals its true nature through binoculars or telescopes. The photons reaching our retinas have traveled through space for millions of years, carrying information about a galaxy that may have changed significantly since that light departed. As November draws to a close, the Pleiades star cluster rises high in the evening sky, marking the approach of winter for northern observers, also known as the Seven Sisters. This compact group of hot, blue stars forms one of the most recognizable patterns in the night sky. Though most people can see 6 or 7 stars with the naked eye, the cluster actually contains hundreds of stars bound together by gravity, born from the same cloud of gas and dust. About 100 million years ago, the Pleiades have figured prominently in human culture for thousands of years. Ancient Greeks saw them as the 7 daughters of Atlas and Pleione. To the Japanese, they are Subaru, a name now familiar worldwide through the automobile brand whose logo depicts this star cluster. Indigenous cultures across North America incorporated the Pleiades into their mythologies and used them as an agricultural calendar marker. When we observe these stars today, we participate in a human tradition spanning countless generations. November 29th brings a special treat for planetary observers. As Mercury reaches its greatest eastern elongation, this position marks Mercury's maximum angular separation from the Sun, as seen from Earth, creating the best evening viewing opportunity of the year for this elusive planet. Look for Mercury low in the southwestern sky shortly after sunset, appearing as a bright star-like point. Due to its proximity to the Sun, Mercury is often difficult to observe, making this November apparition particularly valuable for those seeking to glimpse the solar system's innermost planet. Throughout November, the International Space Station makes multiple passes over many locations on Earth. This human outpost, orbiting approximately 400 kilometers above our planet, appears as a bright moving point of light crossing the sky in minutes. The station's visibility depends on its position relative to the Sun and the observer. It must be in sunlight while the observer stands in darkness. The sight of this human-made star moving silently overhead connects us to the ongoing story of space exploration and reminds us of humanity as presence beyond Earth. For dedicated observers with telescopes, November offers opportunities to witness occultations events where the moon passes in front of stars, temporarily blocking their light. These phenomena demonstrate the moon's motion through space in dramatic fashion, as stars disappear behind the lunar limb and later reappear on the opposite side. The precise timing of these events varies by geographic location, creating a unique celestial experience for observers in different regions. The deeper patterns of November skies reveal our place in the galactic neighborhood. The Milky Way stretches across the sky from northeast to southwest during evening hours, its cloudy band representing countless stars in our galaxy's spiral arms. Dark rifts within this glowing river are not empty space but vast clouds of interstellar dust, blocking light from more distant stars. These same dust clouds will someday collapse to form new stars, continuing the cycle of stellar birth and death that has proceeded for billions of years. As Earth continues its journey around the Sun, our night sky serves as both clock and calendar, marking the passage of time through predictable celestial events. The November sky connects us to cosmic rhythms that transcend human lifespans and reminds us of our place in the universe. From meteors burning briefly in our atmosphere to galaxies whose light has traveled for millions of years, the range of time scales visible in a single night of stargazing stretches human comprehension. When we look up at the November sky, we participate in the oldest human science. Long before written language, our ancestors tracked the movements of celestial objects, finding patterns that helped them understand their world. Today, with our advanced knowledge of astrophysics and space exploration, we see these same objects with new understanding, yet the fundamental wonder remains unchanged. The November sky invites us to step outside, look up, and reconnect with the universe that created us.